Standing next to a Mach-E, and most of you know at this point, I am not a proponent of electric vehicles. In fact, I hate electric vehicles because they ruin nice performance cars. But in today's style of we're doing this vlog video, we're gonna put this thing into a real life test. So we're gonna drive this thing about 200 miles one way. We're currently in beautiful, very hot Las Vegas, Nevada, and we're gonna drive it to Tonopah, Nevada, which is about like what, 180 miles away from here. And we're gonna find out if we can make it there on one charge and potentially make it back. Because as of right now, we have about 240 miles of range. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys if I didn't say I was kind of anxious, because think about it. If you break down with this, if you run out of charge, it's not like you just go to a gas station and fill it up. You have to like either bring a generator to charge it or tow it. So wish us luck, but yeah. My name is Evo, and you're watching God Next. All right, so we're hopping on the 215. We have gotten our Starbucks because we're, you know, some 15-year-old white girls. And we have a certain plan for this video. So driving up to Tonopah, I said it's like about 178 miles. So we're gonna try to drive as conservatively and as slow as possible while still maintaining the speed limit to go ahead and try to save as much energy as possible. So currently I'm doing about 68. The speed limit on this highway is about, what is it, like 65, 70? So we're gonna try to keep between 65 and 70 the whole way up there because there is some incline. And like I said, the whole goal is to really see if we can preserve energy while getting up there. I do have range anxiety. I'd be lying if I said I didn't, because I'm not the biggest EV person out there. But I guess we're going to have to see, because this is definitely a real world thing people will do. I mean, if they're trying to push electric cars this hard, we should be able to use them to go on vacation, right? I mean, we use our regular cars for that, so why couldn't we use these? So yeah, we'll check in with you guys periodically throughout the trip just to get updates on how we're doing. But we've already dropped 2 miles of range, and that's worrying me. We made it. I think we've gone about like 100 miles. Our range is down to like 130, and no, it's at like 123, and it says we have 135 miles to go. So I'm kind of scared, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I had to make a quick little pit stop here. The other guys are gonna use the bathroom over there at this alien gas station. And yeah, we'll catch with you guys right after this pit stop. Update, we're not in Tonopah. We're like 100 miles away. We're currently in Beatty. Aiden has had to pay for this charger because I did not want to pay. And two,
so he made me pay because he doesn't want to use Apple Pay on this charger, even though I don't.
And
both of you would get reimbursed.
Stop talking. Here's the fact of the matter.
It's not a DC fast charger. We're gonna be here for an hour.
And guess what? We're stuck because we only have how many miles of range?
I don't know.
Like
70.
We have like 35%, like 60 miles of range. We were supposed to be able to make it in one charge.
Yeah.
Tonopah is 178 miles away from Vegas. We had 250 miles of range when we took off from the dealership. And then it just dropped. It's not looking good for the EV people out there. We're back on the road, and we're a little worried. So we're about 100 and, it says we have 122 miles of range, and we're about 21, 22 miles away. So are we gonna make it, or like are we gonna end up pushing this thing like 2 feet into the charging station? Actually, I don't even know if we could push this thing into the charging station, because if it dies, it's not gonna let us. Oh boy, oh boy. I don't know why I did this. I'm not the biggest electric person out there, so I'm worried. I am worried. Not gonna lie, I'm worried. Not good. Not good. Okay, so we got 89 miles of range. And the next charging destination is 104 miles away. Yeah, so I'm praying that there is a charging spot in Beatty, because if there isn't, we're not doing good. We're not doing good at all. We turned the AC off, but I don't know. We might have to turn everything else off too. Not looking good. Not looking good at all. So yeah, that's where we're at.
13 miles of range, or no, 19 miles of range, 13 miles left. No AC. It's been like this for 50 minutes. I'm dying.
All right, well, good news. We did make it. We made it. We had, literally shit you guys not, 2 miles of range. The car was at 1%. It literally said critical. We're not going to be able to reach anything. So we made it. We're in Goldfield. This is a historic mining town in Nevada. There's actually one of the most haunted hotels right there. Jason, if you want to show it. That's the Goldfield Hotel. Ghost Adventures has done a bunch of stuff on that. Very haunted, apparently. I'm going to go take a picture with it after we get this going. Aiden here is figuring out how to get the DC charger to work. We're going to probably charge this thing to like 80%. Go eat in Tonopah, charge it, and then get home. And hopefully we're going to have an easier time getting home because it's mostly downhill at that point. And yeah, but we made it. And it's not looking good for the EV people. It is not. I think I'm standing where I said originally that I don't like it. Guys, we were all so sweaty in this car. Like, we were genuinely drenched in sweat. My shirt is somewhere in the back of this car. It feels like 10 pounds of just water. I probably lost like 10 pounds. So, yeah, we were not feeling good. None of us were feeling good. The air was really thin because you guys may all be like, oh, you guys are over dramatic. We're not. We didn't want to use any AC. We didn't want to open the windows for, the drag stuff. Like, that's how bad it got. Because at one point, it had said that we were like 15 miles away. We only had like 20 miles of range. And saving money on gas versus having an anxiety attack in this car because you don't know if you're going to get stuck in the middle of the Nevada Sahara Desert, it's not worth it. I mean, maybe it'll change my mind on the way back, but I really don't think so. This has not been pleasant. So we'll check in with you once we get to Tonopah. Well, we've made it to Tonopah. So I guess for my final concluding thoughts, would I buy one of these? Absolutely not. Zero chance. Never in my life. Why? Would I much rather spend $80 on gas or about 20-30 minutes in a basically sauna, closed windows, no AC, because we're trying to conserve energy, stress fueled anxiety? No, I'm not doing that. Never doing that again. It's not worth it. Now, we were not expecting to drive this. This is a standard range Mach-E. We were expecting the bigger battery one, but it just didn't happen. So this one probably would only be good for the city. I honestly think even with the extended range battery one, we probably still would have come really close because yeah, it's just, I don't know. We started off with about 240 miles of range, which theoretically should have allowed us to get here with plenty of charge to spare. But there, you got to factor in it's like 102 outside, AC, all that kind of stuff. So not worth it in my opinion. It has not changed my opinion on EVs. I don't think I would ever buy one of these. It seems like the Teslas are a little bit more prevalent because there's supercharging stations everywhere. But for the Mach-E, we don't have that Tesla supercharger adapter or whatever. So we're forced to use the regular Charge America stations. So concluding thoughts, I wouldn't buy one if you're planning on doing long road trips. If you are, plan your routes out. That's the most important part. Or just go buy a Lightning with the extended range battery. You got like 400 and some miles of range. A lot better. Just not worth the headache and the stress that we're having to go through. But thank you all so much for watching. If you're interested in more content like this, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell.